The Mavericks are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. And it's the Mavericks to start out. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
And here is Parker. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
To the inside, here's Duncan. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
And that one's good. Flag.
Just a problem inside. Flag just burst through the contact.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Spurs. We briefly discussed Anthony Davis and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach said to make him into a jump shooter. I think if we can make the majority of his shots jumpers and keep him away from the rim, we should be in good shape. Easier said than done, but we'll see what happens. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Here's Washington after the basket by San Antonio. Good work there as it goes.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another score that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Parker with the steal. Pass to Duncan. Back to Parker. Spurs passing it around. Outside Jackson. Drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Russell. Scores after the quick crossover. Russell's got 6 points.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Here's Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. That's 10 points for Tim Duncan.
Yeah, you got to honor Duncan from the mid-range. When he's got space to shoot, he does not hesitate.
Here's Parker. Pass to Bowen. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Robinson. He's covered by Washington. Goes back up. A rebound by Washington. Mavericks trailed by 7. Now flag. Russell left side. Here he goes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That time, Russell just sneaks in there on the drive. Defender couldn't react in time, and that was all she wrote.
So he gets them both. And, Greg, we saw some turnover this summer on the Mavs training staff.
Yes, and talk of internal disagreements in that department. The importance of great teamwork in this league, not just limited to the players in the locker room.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Duncan throws it down.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
Nembhard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Here's Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Jackson's got 5 now. Tim Duncan has been on display for the San Antonio Spurs. He totaled 14 points in the quarter.
17.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far. And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
And the rejection by Gafford. Pass to Marshall. Back to Williams. Now Marshall. Outside Williams. Now here's Gafford. And the rebound goes to Duncan. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Oh! That's as good as it gets. Woo!
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
Now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
No good from Duncan. Mavericks trailed by 10. Here's Williams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. Feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Well, Duncan is a guy who knows how to assert himself offensively. When he likes a look, he does not hold back. Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Down low, Davis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And there are a few players who can dominate on both ends, but Anthony Davis is certainly among them.
Yeah, he's one of the most dynamic defenders in the game, Kevin, and offensively, he can hurt you in a multitude of ways, whether it's off the dribble, posting, or facing up.
Here's Duncan. Misses the fallback J. Washington with it. Now Smith defending. And finished off by Davis.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
The drive by Russell. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Russell has the ability to change pace and knows when to be aggressive.
Here's Gafford. Great D that time from Duncan.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Russell with the bucket. Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Attention to detail is what's helped Russell improve his scoring ability every year. And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
From deep three-point land, Kerr can't hit.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Back to Davis. Pass to Christie. Inside. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And the precision passing of Russell, this time out of the pick and roll.
Screen by Duncan. Here's Ginobili. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And Russell gets it to go.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Christie with it. Still yet to score. And he dunks it down.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Kerr can't hit. Tim Duncan has been on display for the Spurs. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here is Kerr. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Here's the three. And it's Russell with the rebound. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. It's a three-point game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Pass to Ginobili. And Davis sends it back.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
First personal foul. First team.
And the Mavericks with possession here. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And that one's good by Davis.
And that's a shot Davis will make 10 out of 10 times. He's just so strong inside.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
To the middle. Back to Christie. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Though oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Spurs leading by 4. Here's Parker. Makes it off the glass. Parker's got 6 points. And here are the Mavericks now. And he drives in. On the wing, Davis. No good again that time. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. This is the fourth and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks' Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had, being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Kevin?
He has definitely seen it all. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Over to the wing. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And now a 12-point San Antonio lead. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Max Christie. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Parker. Got a piece of it. Pass to Christie. Lays it up off the glass.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by the Spurs.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Here's Parker. And he banks in the layup. Parker's got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
The Mavericks have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run. High arcing shot. Pass to Bowen. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. So both teams making some changes here. There's 53 seconds left in the third. Kerr. The kick out to Rose. Here's Kerr for 3. Kerr with another miss.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And Gafford throws it down.
Assisted by
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get off the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Into the lane. And Flag throws it down.
the assist.
Vicious finish by Flag. Full throttle.
Here's Kerr for 3. Kerr with another miss. Here's Flag. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Flag's got 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And so it's San Antonio with a 6-point. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. To the paint. San Antonio with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. A floater. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 6. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
First team.
And the Spurs with possession. Ginobili, that's for 2. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
And it's Willis finishing it off.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 4. Gafford high post. And Davis wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer is right on target.
It's always a good sign when the 3 is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
Timeout, Spurs. And see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs coach going over their plan during the break. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen. So don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Pass to Washington. Here's Lively. Layup, no good. Here's Bowen. Duncan. Duncan making it look so easy inside.
And how about the timing from Duncan on the glass? Getting there to collect that offensive rebound and the putback.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for San Antonio.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Wow, what, he have something in his eye on that shot?
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dallas making a switch here. That one is off. Mavericks trailed by 6. Now flag. And they pick up the 2.
And you know how many big games Flag played in college, but he looked really comfortable taking the shot there.
Duncan outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And the shot goes in.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Now flag. .143 left in the 4th. 6 to shoot. Thompson. Oh, softly lays it in.
And this is why they go to Thompson. The coaches, his teammates, they all trust in his ability to deliver.
Let's one up from 19. Rebounded by Lively. Mavericks trailed by 4. And there's the call on Ginobili. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here. Flag. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And that 7-foot wingspan of Flag helps him when he's in close.
The shot misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the gap to 1. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Robinson. Gafford with the rebound. Jackson. And he does not hit. Outside, Davis. There's a screen by Washington. Thompson outside. Thompson on the drive.
The nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Here's Robinson. Count it. Here's Wyatt. Davis. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many